Meghan Markle, is she truly about to get legal with the British royal family? As ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you, chums. Thank you so much for your time today and welcome one and all brand new subscribers. As I said recently, if you are new to the channel, don't be shy. Let the rest of us chums know where are you watching from and, what are you doing, what do you do if you want to share some information. It's always good to learn more about each other. Yeah, I'll tell you when I've still got the cold. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. You like to share, don't you? This is the thing. You've got to. But seriously, wherever you are in the world, do let us know where you're watching from. Let other chums know. And if other people get in touch and you want to make contact, that's the start of a wonderful friendship. That is the whole point of this channel. Absolutely. We're a community. We're a bunch of friends, and it is lovely to have you along. I'm in the very heart of London's Leicester Square right now. Don't worry, chums. I'm very safe. I've got somebody with me who's one of those wonderful Westminster Council refuge collectors. Lovely man, by the way. Too shy to come on camera, or perhaps might get told off. Yeah. Well, we have to be careful. Absolutely. It's a bit like this particular lady. Right, Meghan Markle. Does she ever get told off? Does anybody ever tell her? No, clearly not. What I find odd, and I've probably said this to you before, but it's an interesting thing, isn't it? When Meghan sat down with Oprah Winfrey, do you remember? She famously said titles meant nothing to her. But since then, she's clung to hers like a raft in the ocean. She won't let go. And earlier this year, we found out that she sent privately, presents with HRH attached to them, knowing full well that this would get into the public domain. Not only that, then she had her own official cipher embossed into some of those notebooks and stuff. And ex-staff have told me that basically she very much likes to be referred to as the Duchess in a joking way, but apparently more serious. You get the picture behind the scenes. Now, the problem that you have if you're Meghan and Harry is this is the only selling point that you've got left. Ultimately, you get invited because he is still real royalty, always going to be and will remain so. You are still a former cable TV actress who married rich. That's the deal. Hope, just accept it, and that is really the deal. However, Meghan herself has been very much spooked by the sort of acceleration and the removal of what happened to, of course, the former royal known as Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, and Sarah Ferguson. In fact, Sarah Ferguson, according to a source, spooked Meghan more than Prince Andrew because obviously she sees herself in the very same light, a commoner marrying into the British monarchy. Now, according to sources, this is where it gets fascinating, and this is really when you realise that Meghan has truly not got a grip on exactly how things ever worked inside the monarchy. As we know, she tried to monetise it, wanted to speak to the Queen about having an inner circle, a troop in the colour, all sorts of stuff and nonsense, because she believed in her small time of being in a cable TV soap that she knew exactly how to run an institution over 1,000+ years, right? This is the problem. Now, according to the source, apparently, Meghan believes that if Prince William was to do the same thing once he ascends the throne and tries to strip her title, then she could get legal. Now, I don't know who advises Harry and Meghan, and again, I have to say allegedly at this point, but you do kind of think, really, where do you get your advice from? And the bigger picture is, and this is the really stupidity of it, clearly there are people out there advising them because Harry's still battling on with various court cases. You get the picture. But moving forward, apparently she believes that she would have a strong case simply because she's known as Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. But I thought she was just Meghan Sussex before. She announced that on the Drew Barrymore show. She reprimanded a friend on her own cookery show that she was simply now Sussex. She couldn't make her mind up. And as I told you in a previous video, both she and Harry felt it might be even more beneficial if, consequently, they could be known as Spencer because, they were a little bit concerned about the Mountbatten-Windsor name. So where does it legally stand? Well, as you can imagine, it means nothing, as if seen with His Majesty the King and the courtiers inside. If there's a will and they need to do it, then it simply can be done. The bigger question, as I told you before, and this is the one that's at the beating heart of the story over here in the United Kingdom and no doubt across the Commonwealth and the world is, if you've done it to Prince Andrew, well, surely some of the treacherous things that Harry and Meghan have done and said in print and online and recorded, well, simply they're as bad. Should they not at least now just be simple Windsors? Either way, Meghan believes, though, that she could take this fight all the way to a court. Who do you think's going to win? Truly. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.